ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताकस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो आचार्यपादाय निताय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकतधामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। जन्माद्यस्य यदयन्वयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारी मृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो अमृषः। धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। धर्मप्रोजितकैतवो अत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां। वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तात्पत्रयोन्मूलनम्। श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनि कृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यते अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात्। निगमकल्पतरोर्कलितं फलं सुखमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। We are always very grateful to Guru, Vaishnavas and Hari Guru Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, he at a very advanced age, he crossed the oceans and he started the Krishna consciousness movement. He labored very hard. He wrote wonderful books from which we are able to get a glimpse into what is reality, what is the real world, who are we really, who is the Supreme Lord, Krishna, what is our relationship with Him. And in this way, by reading a pure devotee's message, we are given a great facility to experience Krishna, become devotees of Krishna. And that is the greatest benediction, greatest welfare work that anybody can do. So we are eternally indebted and grateful to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, who has revealed to the whole world Krishna and his wonderful pastimes, and has given us the holy name, has given us Srimad Bhagavatam with such wonderful nectarian purports which can fill our heart. And like it's mentioned here, Kimva Parerishwaraha Sadhyo Hridyavarudyate Atra Kritibihi Sushushubhis Takshanat. Takshana, for that moment when you lend a ear and hear, all the dirty things in the heart will disappear and you can have a powerful transformation. And there is no need for any other literature. Kimva Parerishwaraha. There is no requirement for anything else. So we are very grateful to Srila Prabhupada. We are very grateful to all the previous acharyas. We are very grateful to Sat Goswamis who unearthed and revealed Vrindavana to us. We are very, very grateful to his Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who gave us Vrindavan, the holy name, who is none other than Krishna himself. And we are very grateful to Krishna, who has performed these wonderful pastimes, so that we can meditate on them and we can become attracted. So we have been discussing Dama Bandhana Leela, how Dama Bandhan, how Krishna is bound by a rope, affectionately by his mother. We have been discussing morning and evening for the past 2 days, reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam with commentaries by Srila Prabhupada. Yesterday, this morning, we discussed how Mother Yashoda has finally bound up Krishna. Although the gopis surrounding told her, don't do it, leave it. They were all laughing at her endeavor to tie up Krishna. Krishna also was initially not allowing her to bind him up. And although everybody thought that this need not be done, Yashoda Mai felt, no, he should be punished. He should be bound. So she succeeded because Krishna allowed her to bind him up. After being bound up, we also heard how Balaram tried to come to his rescue. He came back and found that he could not help his brother, although he is very great and powerful. In front of the loving bond of Mother Yashoda, he could not act. And so even Balaram gave up, and Yashoda Mai harshly told Krishna, now you simply sit there. You wait there. And she went to attend to household duties. And all the gopis, elderly gopis, sat down and laughed. Now he is caught. How much he has done mischief. So they were all in one way happy to see that Krishna was caught by his own mother. And the gopas were feeling our hero is stuck. We should do something. They could not do anything much. And Krishna became used to that. And he started again coming back to his mood. Never mind, I am bound. I shall not remove it, although I can, because it is a bond of love. It is tied with loving affection and prema from Yashoda. I cannot remove it. Balaram cannot remove it. Gopas dare not remove it. And the gopis around will not remove it. So Krishna said, okay. And he said to them, as Mother Yashoda went away, telling the gopas, look after him. No, don't do any more mischief. So Krishna, it seems, was thinking, yes, I will definitely do more mischief. Within this situation I can do. So he told the Gopas, because all the gopis went back here and there. So he told the Gopas, now why don't you go to those gopis' house and get butter, steal butter and bring, because they are not there at home, they are here, you go and get. He was making plan, he is the gang leader. So he made plan, he told them to go. And then gradually he was moving the uluka in small movements. It was coming behind him. And he saw the Yamalarjuna trees in the compound of Nanda Maharaj. Very huge trees, twin trees. And then it is mentioned that suddenly he thought, I must show mercy to these two trees. The question raised is, it's not that you have not seen these trees. Right from when you are very young, you are born in this place, you have been watching these trees. In the compound of Nanda Maharaj, right at the entrance. Why is it that Krishna did not show mercy at that time? All this time. So, Jiva Goswami is mentioned in his Gopala Champu. There is a reason for that. All these days, he did not actually experience what is being bound. But now he experienced that he is bound. It must be very difficult. Can't move, can't play, can't steal butter, can't do anything. It's very difficult. Those two trees have been bound for so many years. I must show my mercy to them. Although I am bound, I like to show their mercy. I like to show mercy to them and free them. So he took the uluka, dragged, and all the gopas were following him. What is he doing? So he crawled, got the uluka stuck between the two trees. And then with a little pull, just small pull of Krishna is enough. The two trees, which are so solid, so many years, hundreds of years and thousands of years they have been there. Imagine how big it will be. They just broke. Two of them broke. Nobody will believe it. Such huge trunks they must be having. They broke with a loud sound, cracking sound. Boom! They fell down in the compound of Nanda Maharaj. Two huge trees with huge branches and leaves and everything. And roots so deep. Fell down. Cracking sound. Solid sound. And everybody, it's mentioned, for a whole muhurta were stunned. They did not know what happened. What is happening? What is that sound? Amazing sound. So after that moment, they all came running. What happened? Many of them came running and they saw, ooh, these huge trees, they fell down. How is it possible? There is no storm. There is no thunder, lightning. There is no demon who has attacked. Nothing happened. How did this tree fall down? And in between the two trees is Krishna with his uluka, smiling at everybody. As if he does not know what has happened. But in between, before they came and Krishna pulled the trees down, something fantastic happened. That we're going to read a little bit. Those trees, they fell down. And from that, two fantastic looking divine beings, fiery, as bright as fire, they came out of those two trees. And they paid their namaskaram to Krishna. And they sang his glories. Now, who are these two people who come out of trees? Inside Nanda Maharaj's compound. How does Krishna know that? Another question. So that story, beautiful story, Shri Shukavacha Rudrasyanucharau Bhutva Sudriptau Dhanadhatmajau Kaila So Pavane Ramye Manda Kinyam Mado Katau Varuning Madiram Pitva Madagha Ghurnita Lochanau Stri Janer Anugayadvis Cheratuhu Pushpite Vane. Translation. Shukadeva Goswami said, O King Parikshit, because the two sons of Kubera had been elevated to the association of Lord Shiva, of which they were very much proud, they were allowed to wander in a garden attached to Kailasa hill on the bank of the Mandakini river. Taking advantage of this, they used to drink a kind of liquor called Varuni. Accompanied by women singing after them, they would wander in that garden of flowers, their eyes always rolling in intoxication. This is a description of Manigriva and Nalakubera, two sons of Kubera. Purport. This verse mentions some of the material advantages afforded to a person associated with or devoted to Lord Shiva. Apart from Lord Shiva, if one is a devotee of any other demigod, one receives some material advantages. Foolish people therefore become devotees of demigods. This has been pointed out and criticized by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 7, shloka 20. Kamaistaiste hritagyanaha prapadyante anya devata. Those who are not devotees of Krishna have a taste for women, wine and so forth, and therefore they have been described as hritagyana, bereft of sense. The Krishna consciousness movement can very easily point out such foolish persons, for they have been indicated in Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 shloka 15, where Lord Krishna says, Namam dushkritino mudaha prapadyante naradhamaha mayayapa hritagyana asuram bhavamashitaha. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest amongst mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Anyone who is not a devotee of Lord Krishna and does not surrender to Krishna must be considered Naradhama, the lowest of men, and Dushkriti, one who always commits sinful activities. Thus there is no difficulty in finding out who is a third class or fourth class man, for one's position can be understood simply by this crucial test. Is he or not a devotee of Krishna? Why are devotees of the demigods greater in number than the Vaishnavas? The answer is given herein. Vaishnavas are not interested in such fourth class pleasures as wine and women, nor does Krishna allow them such facilities. Anta pravishya gangayam ambhojavana rajini chikridadur yuvati bhir gajav iva karenubhi. Within the waters of the Mandakini Ganges, which were crowded with gardens of lotus flowers, the two sons of Kubera would enjoy young girls, just like two male elephants enjoying in the water with female elephants. People generally go to the Ganges to be purified of the effects of sinful life, but here is an example of how foolish persons enter the Ganges to become involved in sinful life. It is not that everyone becomes purified by entering the Ganges. Everything spiritual and material depends on one's mental condition. Yadrichayacha devarishir bhagavams tatra kaurava apashyan narado devo kshibhanau samabhudyata. O Maharaja Parikshit, by some auspicious opportunity for the two boys, the great saint Devarishi Narada once appeared there by chance. Seeing them intoxicated with rolling eyes, he could understand their situation. Upon seeing Narada, the naked young girls of the demigods were very much ashamed. Afraid of being cursed, they covered their bodies with their garments. But the two sons of Kubera did not do so. Instead, not caring about Narada, they remained naked. Tau drishtva madira matau shri madantau Suratmajau tayor anugraharthaya shapam dasyan idam jagau. Seeing the two sons of the demigods naked and intoxicated by opulence and false prestige, Devarishi Narada, in order to show them special mercy, decided to give them a special curse. Thus he spoke as follows. Shri Narado vacha nahi anyo jushato joshyan buddhi bhramsho rajogunah Srimadat abhijatyadhir yatra stri dhyutamasavah. Narada Muni said, among all the attractions of material enjoyment, the attraction of riches bewilders one's intelligence more than having beautiful bodily features. Taking birth in an aristocratic family and being learned. When one is uneducated but falsely puffed up by wealth, the result is that one engages his wealth in enjoying wine, women and gambling. Unable to control their senses, rascals who are falsely proud of their riches or their birth in aristocratic families are so cruel that to maintain their perishable bodies, which they think will never grow old or die, they kill poor animals without mercy. Sometimes they kill animals merely to enjoy an excursion. While living, one may be proud of one's body, thinking oneself a very big man, minister, president, or even demigod. But whatever one may be, after death his body will turn either into worms or stool or into ashes. If one kills poor animals to satisfy the temporary whims of his body, one does not know that he will suffer in his next birth, for such a sinful miscreant must go to hell and suffer the results of his actions. In this way, two sons of Kubera, richest among the demigods, among the devatas, Manigriva, Nalakubera, they were always having sense gratification, drinking, womanizing. What else to do with the money? Father is so rich. What's the necessity for working? What's the necessity for studying? What's the necessity for anything? Straight enjoy. Because after all this, you are doing all this for enjoying only. Shortcut. Straight away enjoy. So they dived into sense gratification straight away. And they become completely foolish due to Rajogun, Tamogun. And so dead they were, that they were naked with young girls in the Mandakini river, which is Ganges. And Narada Muni passed by. At that time, the girls somehow came into consciousness. And they thought, oh, this is Narada Muni, and grabbed the cloth and covered themselves. Covered their nakedness. But Nalakubera and Manigriva were so drunk that they were standing naked and saying, they didn't do anything. It's just like animals. So Narada Muni thought, I should not walk by. Watch these two people in such drunken stupor that they can't even cover their nakedness in front of me. This is too bad. So, I will give them a very special curse. Curse I will give, but the curse is special. Why? Because I want them to become devotees. Because they have contacted me, I should give them some benefit. So, since you want to be naked and stand naked, you become trees. You can always be naked, no cloth required. And not only for tonight or tomorrow night or everything, for lifetimes together, years and years and years together. You can remain naked, nude, dude. They are all laughing. Special. You can remain completely naked. That nakedness of the tree, human beings do not know. They don't notice it. They won't get aroused by seeing naked trees. Be free. Be nude. So they remain trees. This is what happens. Everybody who wants to expose and show parts of their body They'll become trees. Watch out. If you have any good friends who are doing that, give them the story on this auspicious month. See you next life. I may take shade under the tree. Shelter under the shade of your tree. So nowadays it's fashionable to cover as less as possible. So I think there'll be a lot of vegetation in next years to lifetimes to come. We are worried about denuding the forest. But I think the way it is going, there will not be any problem about vegetation. So lots of naked people will be as trees. That's not the reason we are encouraging them to be naked. That type of curse Narada Muni gave, be trees. But they begged and said, sorry, we came out of our nasha just now. So Narada Muni, special curse he said. But one important thing, Krishna will personally come and liberate you from that situation. You will see Krishna. Drunken fellows standing naked get to see Krishna. Huh? Drunken fellows standing naked get to see Krishna. Sounds like a nice poetry. Drunken fellows, naked girls get to see Krishna. It sounds like that tourist fellow in Padmanabha Swami temple, those days when he was preaching in Trivandrum. The fellow used to cheat all the foreigners who are coming. Who will show Padmanabha Swami? Sleeping God. Then he will show Hanuman, say, flying God. They have heard so much about Hanuman, but he's not telling all that. He's thinking this is the way to impress them. They'll give me bhiksha. Then he goes along the corridor of the whole temple, beautiful corridor. And on the pillar, on the columns of each column is decorated with a woman, stone, with a lamp in her hands. And that lamp is lit every day in the night. And the Lord comes on Siveli. So all sorts of mischievous boys, they have done also touching the breasts of that this thing and touching the bottoms and all. They made it look very dirty. And they're all naked women. I mean, that's one type of architecture. And lamps are being held. The lamps are all black with oil. So then these people, these foreigners, they look at that and they get amused. So, then he immediately says, naked ladies, night time catching fire. Catching fire. He does not know how to show that the lamp will be lit. So to me, this sounds like naked Kuvera's sons, dancing girls, got to see Krishna. Something like that. Completely extreme. Although they were naked and drunk and completely disrespectful, Narada Muni gave them that fantastic opportunity to see Krishna. So Krishna, he saw, my dear devotee Narada Muni, he has given this curse that you will be liberated by Krishna. So I must do that. I must perform that seva. I must make the words of my devotee come true. So he pulled the trees down. Crashing sound. They came out beautiful, wonderful forms. They glorified the Lord. The whole load of shlokas glorifying, glorification of Manigriva and Alakubera. They glorified Krishna, went around Krishna. Krishna is still bound. He is bound, these people are unbound. That's the interesting thing. I am bound. I cannot relieve myself, but I am able to relieve you. And they went around Krishna and they assumed wonderful bodies, went back to Alakapuri, Kubera's place. They glorified Krishna, thanked Krishna, and they went back to Alakapuri. Here, Krishna, he watched all of them. He accepted all their prayers. They went, did pradakshina around Krishna. They got his darshan. They were so happy. Gopas were all watching. Hey, what is happening? We don't know what's happened. Something fantastic is happening. Crashing trees, two divine beings come out. They are chanting all types of prayers, stuti. Then they go pradakshina around Krishna and disappear. And Krishna is still bound there to the Uluka. So all the elders start coming. Nanda Maharaj has already arrived. He is already talking to Yashoda Mai. Yashoda Mai says, I did this to him. I tied him up. Who? And then the sound comes. And then so he runs. All the elderly gopis have also come there in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. So he sees Krishna in between two huge trees fallen down. And all the gopas are all stunned. So he asks, what happened? And then he comes and picks up Krishna. And he unties Krishna. And he clasps Krishna, kisses Krishna. And then he asks, who did this? As though he does not know. Yashoda Mai already told. Who did this? Nobody is talking. How can they all say, Yashoda Mai did this? Nobody can say. Everybody is silence. Then Krishna reaches to the ears of his father around him. Mother did this. Ma did this. He's still angry. And then Nanda Maharaj clasped him. And then he said, what happened here? Then the Gopas said, Nanda Baba, two big trees fell down. Krishna put his uluka in between and pulled. They fell down. Then from the trees, two fantastic looking beings came out, glaring like the sun. They were praying to Krishna and they went around Krishna. They were chanting shlokas. They disappeared. Nanda Maharaj said, story. He just dismissed it. He didn't take it seriously. Two trees fell down and he pulled the uluka. How can he pull with the uluka? Such a small boy. Look at the size of the trees. Look at the girth of the trees. Something is wrong here. As usual, wherever Krishna is, something will happen. So he took the baby. And then Krishna was hugging Nanda Maharaj's neck. And then Balaram also joined. So he took Krishna and Balaram and went to the Yamuna. He called priests. All the priests and all came. Come! And they bought all ingredients and everything. He went and with Krishna clinging around his neck, he took a Yamuna bath. And then Krishna was still clinging around the neck and looking as though he has not done anything. And Balaram also took a bath. And then the priests all chanted prayers and they, threw all sorts of grains, that thing, this thing, nothing bad should happen. And like Drishti Pariharam, they chanted mantras, everything. And then Nanda Maharaj caught Balaram and Krishna and the priest, they came back. Then he didn't go inside. He took them to the cow shed. And fresh milk was being milked. He brought them fresh milk with white sugar. He put inside and he mixed and gave to Krishna. Because now he cannot drink milk from his mother. Long time now. From the time he broke the pot onwards, long time. He has been tied to the uluka. He can't go to his mother now. It's all problem. So took from the Goshala, gave him fresh milk. He drank the milk. Very happily, Krishna and Balaram drank the milk. They came, Nanda Maharaj brought them inside the house. Then he was playing with them, talking to them. He's trying to console them. Something has happened, tree has fallen down and my son has got tied by Yashoda Mai and he's very angry. I can see lots of things have happened. So he's generally pacifying both of them. He's afraid. Small children. So Krishna is clinging on to Nanda Maharaj's neck. Then he comes inside the house. Gopis are all waiting. Rohini approaches first Nanda Maharaj and he says, Yashoda has not eaten the whole day. you have to do something. All the gopis are standing behind Rohini, very sad. None of them have eaten because Yashoda has not eaten. So then Nanda Maharaj, with a serious face, said, if you do something wrong, you have to repent for it. He lightly said, very softly. Then Rohini said, don't say like this. She is very soft-hearted. She'll get devastated if she hears this from you. So then Krishna is sitting. Nanda Maharaj also sat down. He's sitting on his lap, holding Nanda Maharaj's neck and watching and hearing. Then Nanda Maharaj is telling Krishna, you will go to your mother? No, I'll not go to mother. Goes back and hugs Nanda Maharaj. Then the gopis are asking, then where you will drink milk from? And he says, he holds his chin and all that and says, I'll drink, my father will give me fresh milk with sugar, I'll drink. That is enough. He tells angrily. So they are all wanting Krishna to go to Yashoda. So then Rohini is standing also there. So another Gopa, elderly cowherd man will say, why don't you go to Rohini? No, I won't go to her. Again he holds Nanda Maharaj's neck. When I was getting tired, I called for her, she did not come. She had gone somewhere else. So gave reason. So everybody is tensed. Is waiting to console Krishna. The very delicate situation. Slowly they're trying to push. Then Rohini will tell, oh anyway I cannot go now. So she'll tell Balaram with their eyes. So Balaram will go. And he'll put his hand out and say, Krishna come. Immediately Krishna will reject Balaram's hand and climb on top of the lap of Nanda Maharaj and hold his neck. So what to do? So Nanda Maharaj, he knows inside Krishna has deep affection for his mother. So immediately he'll raise his hand. So shall I beat Yashoda? Shall I beat your mother? Then immediately Krishna will look at his father and hold his hand and say, no, pull his hand down. Pull Nanda Maharaj's hand down. Then he becomes reminded of his mother all of a sudden. Then tears well up in his eyes. Then he says, you will not go to mother? What will happen to your mother in this condition? Nanda Maharaj is nicely telling, if you don't go to your mother, what will happen to her? He will ask like that. Then suddenly Krishna's eyes will become full with tears and he will say, Ma, get out of Nanda Maharaj's lap and walk into Rohini's lap and hug her, and he'll start crying, Ma. Rohini will take Krishna immediately and go inside Yashoda Mai's chambers. There Yashoda Mai, completely crying, dejected, depressed, that she did something like this. And all these things have happened. She's thinking, because of me, I've ill-treated Krishna. And she's feeling that time Rohini will come and leave Krishna. Krishna will run and jump into Yashoda Mai's lap, hold Yashoda Mai, embrace her, and Yashoda Mai will kiss Krishna and start crying and sobbing. And then all the ladies around also will start crying, watching Krishna going to Yashoda Mai crying, and Krishna hugging his mother. And then she will feed Krishna breast milk, and Krishna will become very happy. Immediately Yashoda Mai also become very happy. This is described in Gopala Champu by Jiva Goswami very beautifully. And then Yashoda Mai, suddenly her face will become bright in the association of Krishna, feeding Krishna. Krishna will also become very happy. And Yashoda Mai starts attending to her duties again with Krishna. For 3 days she never goes out of the house. never even went to see Nanda Maharaj. Afraid, ashamed. So, after 3 days, one day, Krishna will pull Yashoda by her sari and come to Nanda Maharaj and put Yashoda in front of Nanda Maharaj. And he will look at both of them. In this way, Krishna, he very beautifully, wonderfully gave that unlimited happiness by his pastimes. Iti drikswalila bhir ananda kunde swagosham nimajantam akhyapayantam tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktir jitatvam punaprematastvam satavriti vande. So, Krishna's pastime with his pure devotees like Radharani, the Gopis, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai are very deep, full of rasa, laden with rasa. So many intimate, intricate emotions being exchanged wonderfully. That's why Yashoda Mai is glorified by Shukadeva Goswami. Ne mam virincho na bhavo na shira piyanga samshaya prasadham le bhire gopi yattat prapa vimuktida. Neither Shiva nor Brahma nor even Lakshmi got this great wonderful opportunity to be able to hold a stick in front of Krishna, to be able to breastfeed Krishna, to be able to enjoy this motherly affection so deeply with Krishna, and Krishna reciprocated so wonderfully. So this is devotional life. This is the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, Krishna is always eternally performing these type of wonderful activities with his devotees. And devotees hear of these pastimes of Krishna and they relish the wonderful reciprocation Krishna gives. The Supreme Absolute, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is exhibiting these type of activities. Like I said, he is getting angry, he is getting dissatisfied, he is getting hungry, he is showing his strength. All these different types of activities, emotions, we can very easily misunderstand Krishna to be ordinary. But if we go deeper, we can understand this is Krishna's Leela. Krishna does not require to do any of these things. He is not going through the modes of material nature. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spriha iti mam yo bijanati karma birna sabhadyate. I am not touched by any karma. I am above the 3 modes of material nature. I have nothing to do with any material experience. I am the master of the modes. I am the master of the material world. Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. I am the Lord. Mayadhyakshena of the entire prakriti. So why will prakriti overcome Krishna? This is the great mistake people make. They think that Krishna is under Maya like us. Krishna is the master of Maya. He is Maya the Adhyakshena. He is the superintendent above. So it is very bewildering to understand these pastimes if you don't understand devotion, bhakti to Krishna. So in this particular pastime, so many wonderful exchanges, so many wonderful things are happening. And although Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is coming and engaging with his devotees. This is the reason why Krishna appears, really. Not paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam alone. Especially vinashaya cha duskritam. He doesn't come to kill demons. That is very small job. Every day Krishna kills one demon. It's like a sport. Before they take lunch, one demon off. It's only some demons are mentioned. It seems every day he will kill demon. Before lunch, he will kill some demon. And all of them will clap. Wow! Our hero. Then they come for lunch. Then they'll go home and report. He killed. He did this. They'll not believe. How is it possible? A small boy, he's my son. And just forget it. Just like Nanda Maharaj, how is it possible that he will pull down 2 huge trees and 2 people came out? His boys are just talking something. And in this way, Krishna's Yogamaya will cover what he does. That same person within the mouth, in his mouth, showed to Yashodamai universal form inside the mouth. Entire creation. And inside that he saw also that Yashodamai is looking into Krishna's mouth. That also showed inside his mouth. Yashodamai became stunned. Then he watched for some time. Shh, don't worry, nothing. Like that, when he wants, he will show that he is supreme. Suddenly, in between his Leela, in Vraja Leela, where they all don't think he is Supreme Lord or anything like that. For them, Krishna is not God and all. Maybe he is, but what does it matter to us? He is my son. He may be God, he may be Narayana. Gargamuni said that he is like Narayana. Maybe. All I know is he is my son. Knowing God and all is a very small thing. See, Tadi Ishita Agneshu Bhakter Jitatvam. Ishita, supremacy of the Lord. That is nothing. That is crossed over by the Bhaktas because of their love for Krishna. It's not very significant. So, that is why we read these pastimes. We are encouraged to remember Krishna performing this wonderful Leela. And by doing that, we become purified. Shranavatam swakata Krishna punyashravana kirtana hridayantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhrit satam. So the more we hear these pastimes of Krishna, the more we hear these Leelas and relish them from the Bhagavatam, the more we become purified. The more closer we can get to Krishna, more we can remember Krishna. So these Leelas are very sweet. Vraja Leela is always very sweet, very special. Krishna is performing very special Leelas with his devotees. And he is always thinking of these devotees. Even when he was in Mathura and Dwaraka, in Dwaraka he is dreaming about them, calling out their names in the middle of their night. You see? So these are very sweet madhurya, filled with nectar. So the more we hear them, the more we'll become disinterested in the activities of this world. The less we hear them, Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki. If we miss these Leelas, if we stop hearing them, stop reading Bhagavatam, then we'll become more attracted to all the heroes you know. You see them on the screen. These people will attract us. Right from Barack Obama to Bill Gates to Miss India, all of them will attract us. Why? Because our attraction is not focused on Krishna. Then all the material pleasures of this world will take our time and we will invest in those and we will become absorbed, and in full material consciousness we will be full of anxiety, full of misery, desire of various types. But if you always listen to these wonderful pastimes, those desires will disappear, and the desire to constantly hear this pastime more and more, constantly chant Hare Krishna and serve Krishna will become filling in your heart, and you will derive great pleasure out of it. That is mentioned in the Bhagavatam. That is why Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. We should constantly read Bhagavatam and hear these pastimes. That's why I said Srila Prabhupada has done great service to humanity by producing these Bhagavatams, translating them in so many languages, distributing them all over the world so that they will get to hear Krishna Katha. Katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, my devotees, they like to hear my Katha. Tushyanti, they become very satisfied. Ramanti, they enjoy. Parasparam, they keep talking about me. Krishna himself is telling. So, it is proper for us to read Bhagavatam, read the Krishna book, and relish these activities, and lose taste for this material world. This jada attraction we have for matter. Just like Nalakubera and Manigriva, what heavily, deeply immersed they are in sense gratification. They have even forgotten their own body. What to speak of Atma, physical body also they forgot. So dead they became. That's why Narada Muni had to curse them. Right? So we have the opportunity to enjoy association with devotees, remember Krishna and hear his pastimes by the mercy of Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada and wonderful Vaishnavas. We should take advantage and we should progress. Om Tat Sat Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Nittai Gaur Premanande. Hari Haraye Nama Krishna, Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudha. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Moha. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Moha. Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudha. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Moha. Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana. Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. पतित पावन गौरहरि Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Gaura Ripo 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 Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada हरिनाम संकीर्तन की श्रील प्रभुपाद की समवेद भक्त वृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. So today we have specially offered to the Lord lotus and golden lotus also. I think you saw on the altar. On the first day of Bhishma Panchaka, lotus is offered to the Lord. So we have made sankalpa. Each day we are offering whatever auspicious item is to be offered. One day bilva leaf is offered. Another day scent is offered. One day lotus is offered. Like this, different offerings on 5 days of Bhishma Panchaka. And our sankalpa is to the Lord is that we will be able to build a better and bigger residence for you. And we will be able to invite Radha and Krishna so that you can perform Vrajalila. Lord Jagannath can do Vrajalila because it is mentioned in the Jagannath Ashtakam that he likes to Alingana Sukho, Radha Alingana Sukho, embracing Radharani. Lord Jagannath finds great pleasure. You will hear that in Jagannath Ashtakam. So that he can perform Vrajalila here also, and we can invite Radharani. So we would like to establish a Radha Krishna temple along with Jagannath, Balaram, Subhadra. So our sankalpa in this Bhishma Panchaka is that we should be able to do that by the Lord's desire and wish, also by the devotees' desires and wish. So if all of you chant Krishna's glories and pray to Krishna, only if you are eager to receive Him and serve Him in that way will Krishna come. So if all of you are eager, then you please pray to the Lord, offer your prayers on all these days, every day, as we make these offerings and hear Bhagavatam and glorify Krishna. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki Hare Krishna. Today's fasting.
No, that's Ekadashi Prasad. Not everybody's fasting.
Okay. Those who are, this is Ekadashi Prasadam for those who are not fasting. It looks too attractive. I don't know. I don't want to, oh, I can distribute this. Some are feeling smart that they will reserve it and keep it for tomorrow. I don't know how they'll do that. But those who are fasting don't